Okay, today we're going to talk about percent increase and decrease. It's kind of like what we've been going over the last couple days with proportions and part over whole and is over of. It's just a different variation of that. So put percent increase and decrease on the top line and put today's date in the top right corner. Okay, a couple things first. I am going to assume a couple things, okay? I'm going to assume you know how to multiply and divide, so I'm going to use a calculator. Okay? And also, I'm going to assume that you know how to cross multiply to solve, okay, when there's one variable. So I'm going to assume those things, and if you don't know how to do those things, watch a different video and figure those things out. All right, so biggest thing here is change over original equals percent over 100. So make sure you write that nice and big. All right, so put change over original equals percent over 100. And remember, just the words increase, so write this down. Increase means you're going up, okay? And decrease means you're going down. All right, so you have that written down. So, number one, find the percent increase or decrease from 36 to 45. So again, I'm going to put change over original equals percent over 100. No, it looks like a 90. That's my percent sign. So the original one is always the first one. Okay, 36 is the original, so we're going to put that on bottom. And it says find the percent. So when it says find the percent, that means we don't know it, so that's going to be x over 100. Now here's where people usually have trouble. How much does it change by? It doesn't change by 45. It changes to 45. It goes from 36 to 45. So if you were picturing like a number line, it goes over here from 36 all the way over here to 45. So in the meantime, how much did it change by? Well, it changes by 9. It increases by 9. So our actual change is going to be 9. It changes from 36 to 45 to get 9. You could also just subtract. All I did is subtract there. Subtract 45 minus 36 and get 9. So this is where I'm going to assume that you can cross multiply and solve, because I'm going to do 9 times 100 divided by 36, which we know is going to be 25, because it's 1/4. So x is going to be 25%. So it is a 25% increase. You got to put increase or decrease. And you can see right away whether it's an increase or decrease, whether it's going up or going down. Here it's going up, so it's an increase. Try number 2 on your own. Okay, welcome back. Find the percent increase or decrease from 16 to 12. Well, again, we're going to do change over original equals percent over 100. So it changes from 16 to 12. 16 minus 12 is 4, so we can put 4. And if you want to do that, you can do that. Originally, it started at 16, right? And then percent means we don't, if it says find the percent, means we don't know it. 4 times 100 is 400 divided by 16. Equals 25. So x is going to be 25%. And it went from 16 to 12, meaning it went down, so it's a 25% decrease. Okay? All right. Let's try some word problems. The heart rate of a grizzly bear slows from 50 to 8 beats per minute during hibernation. What is the percent decrease? Well, if it goes from 50 to 8, again, we're doing change over original equals percent over 100. It changes, it goes 50 minus 8, because that's how much it changes by, right? And originally it was 50. It started at 50. And that equals, what is the percent means we don't know, over 100. So 50 minus 8 is 42 over 50 equals x over 100. Again, I'm assuming that you can multiply and divide and cross multiply. And x is 84%. So you would write a sentence. The percent decrease of a grizzly bear slows by 84%. Or the percent decrease is 84%. All right, try number 4 on your own. Okay, welcome back. So, number 4, when Jim was exercising, his heart rate went from 70 beats per minute to 98 beats per minute. What was the percent increase? So, again, we have to find the difference between them because we're figuring out how much they increased by. So, we're going to do 98 minus 70 over, originally, remember, it started at 70. And it's going to equal x over 100 because it says what was the percent decrease. So, 98 minus 70 is 28 over 70 equals x over 100. And when we cross multiply, we end up with 40. So x equals 40%. And then you'd write a sentence. You would say the percent increase when Jim was exercising of his beats per minute was 40%. Something like that. All right. Number 5. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, 72.3 million children aged 17 years and younger, just like you, lived in the United States in 2004. It is estimated that there will be 80.3 million children in 2020. What is the percent increase to the nearest percent? So with this, we're still using change over original equals percent over 100. But we have really big numbers, right? Now, since they're both in the millions, you don't need to put the million. You could just put 72.3 and 80.3. So it's changing from 80.3 to 72.3, so that's our change. So we're going to subtract those two. And it's over the original. Originally in 2004, it was 72.3. Okay? And we don't know. It says what is the percent increase, so that's going to be x. So 80.3 minus 72.3 is 8 over 72.3 equals x over 100. And we cross multiply and divide, and we end up with 11.07. It says to the nearest percent, so that it'd be 11.07, but it says the nearest percent, so it'd be 11%. So the percent increase of children aged 17 years and younger from 2004 to 2020 would be 11%. Try number 6 on your own. Okay, welcome back. In 1999, a certain stock was worth $1.25 per share. In 2002, the same stock was worth 85 cents per share. What was the percent decrease? So, again, I keep writing this every time because it helps me remember it. Change over original equals percent over 100. So, how much did it change by? Well, we're going to subtract these. We're going to find the difference. Originally, it was $1.25. Equals x over 100 because it says what was the percent decrease. So we subtract those, we get 0.4 over 1.25 equals x over 100. 0.4 times 100 is 40 divided by 1.25, and we end up with 32%. So it was a 32. So then you'd write a sentence and say the stock decreased by 32% between 1999 and 2002. All right, number 7. Anthony bought a flat screen TV originally priced at $750 that was reduced in price by 35%. So this time you have the percent. What was the reduced price? Again, we're going to start with change over original equals percent over 100, but this time we have different information. Anthony bought a flat screen TV originally priced at $750. So what do you think that's going to be? It's going to be the original because it says originally. Reduced in price by 35%. So we're going to change that by 35%. So what do you think the change is going to be? Well, it's going to be x because we don't know it. We end up cross multiplying 35 times 750 divided by 100, and we get $262 or 262.5. Okay. However, it was reduced by 35%. So it went from $750, reduced by 262.5, but it was, we want to figure out how much he pays for it now. How much does Anthony pay for it now? What was the reduced price? So you're actually going to subtract $750 and 262.5. And you end up, his reduced price, the reduced price is $487.50. The reason you subtract is because you're reducing it by 35%, so you have to take that into account and reduce it from the original cost. Try number 8 on your own. Okay, welcome back. Sarah bought a Blu-ray player originally priced at $450 that was on sale for 20% off. What was the sale price? Again, change over original equals percent over 100. So let's start filling this in. Sarah bought a Blu-ray player originally priced at $450. So that's our original. The sale that was on sale for 20% off. So 20% off. That's the change. It changed by 20%, and we have to figure out what that change is. And so we're going to cross multiply 20 times 450 divided by 100, and that's 90. So x is 90. So that means the price changed from $450. It changed by 90. So it's not going to cost $90. It's actually going to be reduced. It's going to decrease by $90, and we end up with $360 for the sale price. So the sale price is $360. That's what you'd write in your sentence. All right, 2 more. Let's try number 9. Mr. Anzavino received a shipment of refrigerators that cost $966 each. To set the retail price, he marks the price of each refrigerator up 66 2/3%. What is the retail price of each refrigerator? That's how businesses make money. They buy things from the manufacturer, and then they mark it up. And then you buy it, and then they get a profit. So Mr. Anzavino received a shipment of refrigerators that cost $966 each. That's the original price. Remember, we're doing change over original equals percent over 100. So originally, to him, they cost $966. He's going to change that price by 66 2/3%. Okay, over 100, always over 100. What is the retail price? So we're going to figure out how much does he change it by. So we're going to do 66 2/3. I'm using the ABC key. Times 966 divided by 100. So x is 644. So that's how much he marks it up by. So what does he sell it for? So we actually have to add these together. 966 plus 644. That's what markup means. You charge people more. And he's going to sell those for $1,610 each. What is the retail price of each refrigerator? The retail price is $1,610. Try number 10 on your own. Okay, Mr. Olson has a computer business in which he sells everything at 40% above the wholesale price. If he purchased a printer for $85 wholesale, what will be the retail price? Okay, so again, I'm going to write it, even though I know it now, because this is the 10th time we've done it. Change over original equals percent over 100. So it changes, the original, the wholesale price is $85. We don't know how much it changes by. That's what we're trying to figure out. And then it's 40% over 100. So it's going to be increased by 40%. We do 40 times 85, divide by 100, and we get $34. So x is 34. It increases by that, right? Because he marks it up by 34. So we would do 85 plus 34 and get 119. And that's dollars. So the retail price of the printer would be $119. All right, great job.